This is the book of Sirach 1 and 23. A patient man will bear for a time, and afterward joy shall spring up unto him. Call halal Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai Bahashem Achakwadash. Peace and double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect. I just read Sirach 1 and verse 23. And in this translation, it says bear for a time. All right. And in another translation, it says tear for a time. All right. But what it reminded me of was the patient endurance of being in this faith and having to witness wickedness have its time on earth, and how frustrating, you see us on the highways and hedges. And when we're with the brothers, we tend to be up spirit, in an upbeat type of spirit. Brothers tend to be, more joyous when we're around the Akim. In our everyday lives, man, a lot of brothers deal with depression being in this place. A lot of brothers deal with, going through ups and downs, and, it ain't all flowers and rainbows, so to speak, you know. So keep us in your prayers, as we keep each other in our prayers, because um this is not always easy, even though it is called a light burden, and in reality it is, but because of the flesh and us being in this weak nature, oftentimes, you know, these type of thoughts can feel like you being overwhelmed at times, So again, patience, 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 patience. We gotta endure. Okay, we have to continue. We have to continue to endure. All right, because eventually, and this is soon. All right, the Lord is about to change everything around, and all of the suffering and all of the trials that we're enduring right now is going to pay off in a big way. All right, Luke 21:19. In your patience possess ye your souls. All right, in your patience possess ye your souls. So, excuse me. When you go into the word for patience, there it says hippomone, right? And the definition says a man that is not, roughly paraphrasing what it says, but a man that is not swerved from his faith through the greatest trials and tribulations. Okay, so by standing firm, by overcoming all this adversity, the Lord is proving us. Okay, patience is a major aspect of this truth. Patience, and when patience is there, patience suffer. When you have patience, you endure, obstacles and bad things happening to you, people throwing dirt on you, people hating on you, whatever it may be. People not understanding what we're a part of, people not understanding why we do what we do, people not understanding why, you think we want to be at odds with our family all the time? Of course not. But we just know and understand that they ain't right. They're into these holidays, you know? So you gotta distance yourself from them, you know? And they're not gonna understand the things that we do and why we do the things that we do. And they don't have to understand it. All right. But the division between us and our families, we want to have a world where that's not the case. But they have to get on board with the truth. We don't have to get on board with what they're doing. They got to get on board with this knowledge. All right. So John 16:20, it says, verily, verily, I say unto you that ye shall weep and lament, but the world shall rejoice, and ye shall be sorrowful, but your sorrow shall be turned into joy. Now, this is dealing with when the Lord sacrificed himself, but also applying it to us. All right. Applying it to us. in these last days, our sorrow is going to turn into joy because the world right now is rejoicing. They're talking about peace. By Trump, I should say, he's mentioned peace numerous times. He's talking about how he wants to have peace. He doesn't want war, so on and so forth. But then yet he fills his cabinet with war hawks. So we see the double speak of the devil. All right. The devil is known for his double tongue, forked tongue. Okay. And the forked tongue, the serpent is, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, is the serpent, and a serpent has a forked tongue. What does this forked tongue do? It goes two ways, right? So that's all spiritual too. A forked tongue goes two ways. Okay, and that's the same thing with Esau. The scripture says that he hides wickedness under his tongue. So that means what? His tongue, it says one thing, but it's really something else behind it. You see? That's the nature of this beast. All right. So John 16:20, our sorrow is going to be turned into joy. The things that we're going through right now is not for no reason though. And that patience, a man of patience is a man of faith. Because to just endure things and suffer them quietly, we're not over here trying to get our lick back. Even with everyday things that happen with people, the best thing to do is to not even try to get your lick back. Just cut it off. Don't have nothing to do with the person. You don't owe nobody no explanation for shit. So you just do what you got to do for the Lord, man. If somebody's gonna get in the way of that, you don't have to explain to them why you're not dealing with them no more. All right. So we don't have to get our lick back. All right. We don't have to try to get vengeance. We don't have to avenge ourselves. Wicked family members throw dirt on your name. Wicked people you work with, whoever, somebody tried to get you fired. We don't have to do anything. We don't have to lift a finger. And the Lord loves that, because that's you acknowledging, Lord, I believe in you so much, and I trust you, and I worship you, and I love Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah, to where you're going to fight my battles. I don't have to go and try to advance my own cause, because you're the one who's going to advance my cause. Jeremiah. All right, Jeremiah. You see, this time of year, a lot of our families, demons, this is a heavy time of year where demons consume people's mind. You deal with people in the summer, they might be friendlier, but then around this time of year, people turn into real full-blown demons, because that holiday spirit is a demonic spirit. The sun goes down sooner. People are just a lot darker overall, though, But you got people that might be, family members are talking shit behind your back right now around this time of year. People throwing dirt on you. Yeah, man, he don't be coming around like that. Yeah, where your son at? Where's your brother at? Where's your nephew? I ain't seen him. Yeah, he's over there doing whatever. Yeah, he's over there doing something wicked. He's being evil. But here it is. They're the ones that are being evil. But it's all good. It's all good. We don't fret over it. That's the point, because we know the Lord is the one that's going to exact vengeance. Jeremiah said, Lord's will. I'm on the road right now, but Lord's will, I'm about to head to the gym. Lord's will, when I pull over, I'm going to grab that Jeremiah 20. But, we don't have to avenge our own selves, man. The scripture says that too. Vengeance belongs to the Lord. And again, the Lord loves that. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah loves a man that endures trials and suffers things with wicked people and just doesn't try to get his get back. He just leaves it to the Lord. You just put up the curses, pray to the Lord, and let the Lord justify you. That's the sign of a meek man. The Lord loves meekness and humility. You see, pride and ego will lead you to destruction. Even in this faith, certain situations, if you should have just left it alone. And I'm speaking from experience. Certain situations where, yeah, your pride can get the best of you. You know, the Lord had us go through certain situations so we could bring edification to the body. So we had to suffer certain trials and different things. So that way, you out there that are watching, Lord's will, you could take heed, even though everybody's going to have to go through and be proven in their own way. But, you know, if you have wise counsel going out about certain situations, you don't have to go through those same things necessarily. You know, you don't have to fall for the same things. You see? But sometimes when you try to get your lick back, the elder Demashapat did a beautiful lesson some time ago, and it stuck with me. You know, this was maybe a year or more ago, but he did a beautiful lesson in dealing with get out of the way. Basically saying that, you know, when somebody does you wrong, don't try to go in there and try to exact your own vengeance or try to do something to undermine that person. Just let the Lord sort it out. Because sometimes you're going to get in the way of the Lord doing what he has to do. If we take the meek route in these different situations, that's the perfect setup for the Lord to bring it upon that person's head. You see? How about Shem Yahushua Brakatah? This brother posting some good scriptures right here. So I'm gonna get them. All right. Second Timothy, this is Ash Racha Yasharala. 2 Timothy 2 and 3, thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahweh Shai Hamashiach. Hey, brother, if you could post Jeremiah 20, I think it's around 9 or 10. You know, that our persecutors will stumble and fall. Yeah, most definitely, most definitely. That's why I'm waiting to pull over before I read anymore. I read a couple scriptures before I got on the road and quoted the scriptures I know off top. But yeah, endure hardness, man. Endure hardness. The Lord loves that. The Lord loves to see us patiently suffer because it shows that we have faith and we believe in him. Because if we didn't believe in the Most High, we would be trying to get our own lick back. Well, there is no God to if you don't believe in the Most High, if you don't have faith, then you're gonna say, well, there is no God to avenge me, so I'm gonna have to avenge myself. And that's an act of disrespect towards the Most High and his son. All right, because you're underestimating the ability of the Most High to rectify your situation. You see? Romans 12 and 17, recompense to no man evil for evil, provide things honest in the sight of all men, right? Down to the interaction you have with the grocery store clerk, you know? Everything we do, have upright dealings. All right, the scripture says that the ministry not be blamed. I forget how it's phrased. But you know, basically, don't be out there doing stupid shit or being dishonorable, and then you're a part of this body, and you know we're representatives out there in the world. Okay, you associate with the brotherhood, then act like it. And I'm exhorting myself. You know, think about it. How would Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai feel about it? How would brothers feel if they knew about certain situation where you could do something that is going to make us all look bad? Because we're associated. You know, association breeds similarity, right? And also the person you associate with the people you associate with tells a lot about who you are. So if we're associating with each other, it's important that we exhibit honorable behavior out there in the world, man, amongst people. You know, now, I'm not saying don't defend yourself. Certain situations you do got to speak up and defend yourself and this and that. Use discernment. But when you get into these tit for tats with people, it never ends well for us. You know, because that's something of the world. Tit for tats and you know all this vain get my lick back thing. That you know that's a world. That's a thing of the world. All right, we're supposed to have faith that the Lord is going to fight our battles. All right, this is yeah, that's the one right there. That's the one. Perfect. 1 Corinthians 14 and 40, let all things be done decently and in order. Exactly. That speaks for itself, you know. All things be done decently and in order. You see, be decent, be in order. You know, don't have this truth and just be out there and use it as an occasion to the flesh, an occasion to be an asshole to everybody. You see, because that ain't right either. You see, Proverbs 16:18, pride goeth before destruction, and then haughty spirit before a fall. And hey, listen, like this is why lessons like this goes up, and we exhort each other because we can still fall victim to these things. We're in the flesh. You see, if we were perfect, we'd be in the kingdom. We wouldn't need to teach each other, but we ain't. So we do have to remind each other from time to time and remind ourselves about these type of things. All right. But we here to suffer. We here to be the off scouring. Can't forget that, you know, because even when the Lord will be having things going well, but even at the best state of how the Lord has us here, we're still in hell and we're still catching hell. You see, even when the Lord be having, you know, things go your way in a little bit, you know, the Lord be giving mercy and showing us favor in a lot of different situations, but we got to go through a lot of shit to get to that favor. You know, we got to endure a lot of things. And then once the Lord sees, you've endured up until this point, now I'm going to throw you a little something. I'm going to throw you a little nugget, whatever it might be, you know. But pride goeth before destruction. That's the nature of Esau, Edom. That's why they're about to be destroyed. Romans 12:19, dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath. For it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith the Lord. So the Lord is going to be the one to avenge. We don't have to go out of our way and try to get our lick back and try to, you know, oh, I gotta be one up this guy. This guy got it. He got the best of me. No, even with women, let's say a bitch do you dirty, just leave it be, let it go, you know. And watch, the Lord is going to judge that woman sooner or later. She's going to get judged. Obviously, you know, you're not going to do something to one of the Lord's servants and nothing happens to you. You're going to receive a judgment. It's just going to be in the Lord's timing. So we're going to have to see our enemies living it up, our enemies happy, you know, people that offended us, people that violated us. Yeah, they're going to have a short season, which that's quickly coming to a hold. That's the beautiful thing about it. But there's a time now where they're going to be living it up. And it's going to seem like they're the ones coming out victorious. You see, like the elder from Vegas did a lesson about the OnlyFans chick that she makes like 40 million or more a year, you know, just from showing ass and titties, you know, or maybe they just dress provocatively. They might dress in some skimpy clothes and take some pictures or feet pictures, and they get to make a lot of money. That's a vexation, man, because we got to work hard for every penny. You see, but these women, they get everything. They got life on easy mode. You see, but soon at the Lord and the kingdom, we gonna have life on easy mode. Jeremiah 20:9. Then I said, I will not make mention of him nor speak any more in his name. Even Jeremiah became disenchanted at one time with the truth. Okay, but his word was in mine heart as a burning fire shut up in my bones. But if the spirit is really with you, you may have a spiritual low. Jeremiah is considered one of the greatest prophets, but even he went through a moment where he was doubtful. Man, like I'm not even gonna make mention of the Lord. I've been suffering. I've been suffering because I'm speaking in the name of the Lord. And what did he say? All right, his word was in my heart as a burning fire. If you're of the elect, the word is gonna be in you. You're not gonna have a choice but to get it out. You see? And I was weary with forbearing, I could not stay. All right. For I heard the defaming of many. Well, what is defaming? That's where you get the word defamation from. When somebody lies on you, when somebody throws dirt on your name, you know, makes tries to character assassinate you, right? All right, fear on every side, report say they, and we were reported. All my familiars watch for my halting. And Jeremiah was from Anathoth, all right, which was a particular town where Levites And if I'm not mistaken, it was a lot of the descendants of Aaron lived there, Anathoth, and it was in the land of Benjamin. But Jeremiah was a Levite. You see, and he went. You know, he spoke a lot about. And Anathoth means Anathawa, if I remember correctly, which means prayers answered. All right, with Lord's will, our prayers will be answered. All right, but he dealt with a lot of his own people, was the, his own family members, the ones that was closest to him was the ones that hated him the most and wanted to see him be put to death. You see, all my familiars watch for my halting, but the Lord, that's the Lord loving that drama. The Lord puts us in these dramatic situations to test our faith. You know, it says, all my familiars watch for my halting, saying, peradventure he will be enticed, and we shall prevail against him, and we shall take our revenge on him. And this is what they expect to do to us, right? But Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai is with me. He's not with them. The Lord is with us, right? That's why he has a spirit on us to prophesy, to call upon his name. Is with me as a mighty, terrible one. Therefore my persecutors shall stumble, and they shall not prevail. They shall be greatly ashamed, for they shall not prosper. You see? And many of the enemies of Jeremiah, which are the enemies of the Lord, what happened when the Babylonians came? A lot of them got put to death. A lot of them got jacked up. You see, their everlasting confusion shall never be forgotten. And that's going to be applying it to nowadays. When this place is destroyed, they're going to be remembered for being those that did not stand with the Lord in the face of wickedness. All right. The everlasting confusion. And what is confusion? Babylon. All right. Babal. So that's the one. 2 Corinthians 6:3, giving no offense in anything, that the ministry not be blamed. You see? So, we want to be mindful of how we conduct ourselves with different people, different situations, so that the ministry be not blamed. Okay? Yeah, his brother said, I saw a female made 75 million from OnlyFans and retired, you see? But this is their world. As the world dies, but as long as Eve can make millions of dollars and be a whore, that's all that matters. You see? As long as they can kill their own babies, that's all that matters. As long as these women could live it up, women having rights is the worst thing that happened to this world, because women, you don't know what's best for you. You see, you need guidance. That's why you're supposed to be in the hands of your father, or your father's supposed to watch over you until he finds a suitable man, a man that follows the Most High, and that's who's supposed to be your husband. All right, for you so-called Black, Latina, and Native American women. All right. But not so in this world. They have liberty to gad abroad. And what do? They destroy themselves through overmuch liberty. You see? They destroy themselves. They end up with children from different men that don't actually want them, or not upstanding men. You see? But this is the world they wanted. This is the freedom they wanted. Psalms 126:5. They that sow in tears shall reap in joy. There you have it. Beautiful. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead. Let me see. I'll read a couple more. I'll read this one and I'll close it out. 1 John 2:17, and the world passeth away, and the lust thereof, but he that doeth the will of the Most High abideth forever. You see? Yeah, all of this is getting ready to fade away. All right, all of this is getting ready to fade away, and you see it. We're witnessing the fall of Western civilization. All right, before the Big Bang, before the missiles drop, this place is going to fall, and it's going to be a known thing. It's going to be globally witnessed and it's happening now, but it's going to be on an even greater scale. Complete societal collapse. You see? And they're going to use that however they have things collapse, they're going to use that to be to bring in the martial law, to bring in the troops, to bring in Jacob's trouble, and ultimately to bring in that chip, the mark of the beast. All right, but he that doeth the will of Yahweh, but Hashem Yahweh Shai abideth forever. So we got time on our hands. Time is in our favor, not these people, because their time is almost up. So with that, all praise, glory, and honor be unto Yahweh, but Hashem Yahweh Shai, but Hashem Machakwadash. Hey, shalom until the next one.